live miss, where I go live every day up until Christmas teaching you a new craft project. I am live on TikTok, IG, and YouTube. Okay, so bear with me as I gotta look back and forth at comments, try to go with it. So today, thank you. So today we are using the Venture. We are going to be making a large paper purse, aka our paper Birkin, right? So if you want to make this file as well, you don't need a Venture. You can make it on your regular Cricut, make it a small one, right? Can I save your desk, please? This one? This desk or the rolling desk here? It's a, in a minute, let's, if you could hang around, let me just get the craft done because everybody's coming for the project and I'm already a little bit late. So, if you want to do it with me, I do have it in my stories. It's posted. I have the link. It's an Etsy file, right? Trini, I love my people. It ain't plugged in, but we're going to plug it in. Keep reminding me, right? Let me just finish the intro. The file is there. It's an SVG file. You can use it on your regular Cricuts and do so with her. I actually don't check my DMs. It'd be a little crowded and crazy. I really don't check them. Okay, so we're going to flip it over to the computer real quickly. I'm going to show you how to upload the file once you purchase it into Cricut Design Space, how to size it to the size that you want to make it, and then we're going to cut. So I'm going to flip you guys right quick. After we're finished the project, I'll give y'all a tour of the craft room quick fast, and any questions on where I got things, I'll add where I bought everything. But for now, the desk is IKEA. Hold on, let me just flip all of the cameras. Okay, and I'm gonna put y'all in front of the computer. Let me flip YouTube and put y'all here. My desk, my white, all white pegboards, IKEA. My bookshelves, IKEA. The storage for my craft, for my paper, IKEA. The drawer units underneath the desk, IKEA. Most of the furniture in here is from IKEA, basically. My rolling desk that I actually work on, that is a Husky desk from, what's this place called? Home Depot. Okay, so we're in Design Space here. I already have the file. This is what the file looks like. Come back. Hold on, YouTube. I notice y'all are a little off. There we go. So this is what the file looks like. You're going to have this piece, this small piece, this long piece. So these are the three pieces that's going to be in the same color cardstock. And then I got to find my other little pieces right here. You're going to get these three little pieces right here, right? So I'm going to start from the beginning. Excuse me. I'm going to go to a new page to start y'all off from the beginning. So you're going to purchase the file off of Etsy. Then you're going to go to uploads. No, the glue gun isn't on. It isn't on yet. Go to downloads. Now right here, this is the SVG. When you purchase it, she actually provides you, I think, with a PDF, a SVG, and a PNG. And I think another file. Really good. I love it. So you select the SVG, you select open, and then it brings you here to the upload. You're going to select continue. Then right here, remember when you actually get the option to erase, when you upload an SVG, it skips that option because you shouldn't have to change anything. You're not allowed to edit the SVG, right? So it skips right over here where you name your file, right? Name it whatever you want, and then you can select upload. And then it's in Design Space for us to use. Now, when you want to know how you're going to fit this onto your regular Cricut, even if you wanted to try to get this on a mini, right? You need to know your mat size. That's the first thing, your mat size you need to know. And then with the file, I'm gonna show you how to organize it so that you don't change any dimensions. So you're gonna ungroup the file. When it comes into Design Space, it comes in grouped. So we're gonna select ungroup. Thank you. You're going to, so when it ungrouped, she has this layer grouped together, and then she have these grouped together. Leave these to the side. We're gonna ungroup this one more time. And then we're gonna click on this big one. I love the way she grouped. This is the way I'll be grouping. Ungroup again, because you want all three pieces separate, right? You're gonna go to your layers section all the way to the right, because you want to make sure, let me just turn y'all so y'all can see the layers. You're gonna go to your layers panel. So we're on this file right here. You're gonna hit that drop down button. So now you see right here, that's the outlining of the shape. I'm gonna hit this again here. These two right here are your score lines. So a lot of the times when you upload an item, you need to change your score lines to score. Right now, they are in Design Space as a cut. So if we were to just send this to the mat, these pieces here, which need to be scored so you know where to fold, they would actually be cut out. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna select that score line. You're gonna go over to the left up here where it says basic cut, you know, where we change our settings. You're gonna select that drop down here and you're gonna select score. So you're gonna hit it again. You're gonna select score. Right? So let's go over here. I'm gonna zoom in on that one piece so I could show y'all the difference. So you see when you decide to hit score, can you guys see that it's a dotted line now instead of a straight line? Let me zoom in. It's probably hard to see on video, but this is a dotted line where before it looked like a straight line. So that's how you know you've changed it to a score line. Once you do that, hold on, I'm just gonna minimize. What you need to do now, you're going to highlight all of that. And then on that bottom left side panel, like right side panel, you're going to hit attach. So this is telling your machine, I need you to score these lines on this cutout that we have here. If you do not attach, it'll send the score lines to score on one mat, your layer to cut on the other mat, right? So you need to repeat this process for anything else that has a score line. This piece does not, we're gonna leave that alone. And remember, don't change any body sizes. Now the big piece of the purse here, all of these lines are set to cut. We're gonna go back to that panel. And instead of hitting individually, you can just select this entire grouped together panel, because the person who created this file did a good job with grouping. I love that. They group together all of the layers that need to be changed. Some people will have them individual. So you can just select this whole group, go back up to the top and select score. I'm gonna undo and zoom in just so you guys could see when you have a cut line. And now let's change it to score. And you see it changed to dotted line. I don't know the name right now, but I have it in my stories. I posted the link on all platforms. I don't know her name right now. So now we're going to highlight all of this, and then we're going to hit attach. Now I want you to take this layer, lay it on top here. Take this layer and lay it on top here, like this. Just have them all together. This grouped layer we have, we're gonna bring it here as well. And then you group everything together, group. And then we're going to size it. Let me just go in real quick fast. I think I still have it up. Oh no, I don't. Hold on, I'll show you what it looks like. right here. So her, hold on. 𝗟𝗆 is the name of her shop. 𝗟𝗆, 𝗟𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 is the name of her Etsy shop, 𝗟𝗆. And this is the file that we're using. So that's what the listing looked like, 𝗟𝗆. And I think she has other bags on there as well. Yeah, so she have other cute little boxes, bags. I like this one. I think I'm gonna go and get these. So, you know, she got some cute shit. A little box here too. And I think she sells them already made. Oh, this is really pretty. This with the gold. Okay, let me get out of here. Let's get out of here. Because now I want to make some more, buy some more of her files. All right. So now, if you want to make a, like a mini one, let me just check my, we're making a paper Birkin. If you want to make a mini one for like treat size, you're going to bring in your square. Just go to shapes and grab a square. Now, whenever you're trying to size to your mat, always go a ½ inch in. So the 12 by 12 mat, you're going to change this square to 11.5. And this is the size that your mat will take, right? So we're going to bring this, we're going to arrange it to the front so we can see. The size that she brings in, I think is already sized for our 12 by 12 mat too. Let's see, it fits? Yeah, it is. We probably can, and remember you group this together so the sizes stay the same. You can probably bring it in just a little bit more. And this right here is the biggest we'll be able to make it on the regular mat. We're going to duplicate this. And we're going to change this mat. I'm going to ungroup. Let me go double check. What are we at? 28 by 24 inches. So I'm going to change the height. I'll just do 27. I don't need it too big. And the width, what we have, 24, we'll do 23. Okay, so that's going to represent our venture mat. Right here. We're going to make a duplicate of the purse. Wait a minute. I'm over here making the mat. What cardstock do I have? Hold on. I don't know if I have any more 24 by 28 cardstock. I have it in orange. Should we make an orange Birkin? Well, this cardstock looks like it needs the Lord. Hold on. I got some black here, but this is not 24 by 28. So let me, y'all, look at what I did to this cardstock. Hold on, let me show y'all. This is unbelievable. I rolled it up, but it's all bent up. So I have to pull this out. Take it. I have a scrunchie on it because what else would hold your big cardstock but a scrunchie? Oh, I have brown. We got brown. We have brown. We can make a brown Birkin. Okay. I'm just going to, oh my God. I think I need to iron this. Would it be bad if I iron my cardstock? So this is 25 by 20. So my cardstock is 25 by 20. So I'm going to make my mat 24 by 19. Okay, so that's the size cardstock that I have. We're gonna size our file to fit inside of our cardstock. You're not grouped together? Why are you not grouped? Hold on. You are grouped. How did you move by yourself like that? Let me ungroup it because I want this measure like right here. Okay. Group back together. Okay. So now we can size it to fit the cardstock that we have. So just about here, that's playing it real close. I'm gonna do a little bit more because I know when I lay this cardstock down, it's all wrinkly. It's gonna be hell. Okay, so there goes our bigger bag. There goes our smaller bag. We're going to get rid of our mats. We're going to save this project. Thank you, Diza. Why am I yelling? I always find when I replay these lives, I'll be like, girl, why are you yelling like the phones are far away? Anyway, so we're saved. I'm going to open 2 design spaces because we're going to send one to the venture, and instead of waiting, we'll send the other to the other machine. So this one is already on the venture. Again, if you want to use more than one machine, you're going to go to, if you're using a iMac, you're going to go to the top left. I think Windows is the right, not sure. You're going to select File, New Window. Another design space pops up. You can open this as many times as you need for the amount of machines that you have. Today, this one is going to be for the venture. This one is going to be, I'm going to do it on the maker, because I want to use the scoring wheel. So we're going to change this to the maker 4. Then you're going to go to My Stuff, and we're going to get the project that we just saved right here. Go to Custom. We're going to delete the larger one. We're going to cut the smaller one on here. On this one, we're going to delete the smaller one and keep the larger one. Okay? So here's the issue. My paper, don't judge me. I am seriously about to go get the iron and iron this paper on this floor here. I'm really considering it. I don't know yet. So we're going to send, I'm going to flip you guys around. Good morning. Give me 1 second so we can use the machines. So let me flip TikTok first. There we go. And then I just got to raise y'all up a little bit higher. I'm going to flip Instagram, and then I'm going to flip YouTube. Okay. Again, if it's your first time here, I do go live on all 3 platforms to teach you guys a new project every day. I'm going live every day up until Christmas, teaching you a new craft project. So we have the venture. I might have to pull y'all back some. A little to the side. Bear with me there. YouTube, I want to apologize to y'all right now because I be having y'all all up in my face. But I know y'all love me still. How's that? Y'all can see the machine? Let's see. I ain't plugging it yet. So we're going to use the venture. Y'all won't be able to see the maker because the maker is actually behind the venture. But I do want to use the maker for the smaller one because the maker has the scoring wheel. And I told y'all the scoring wheel gives you a deeper score. The venture, you cannot use a scoring wheel. It only can use, let me get a good one. These look old and shabby. It can use the scoring stylus and not the scoring wheel. If you're confused, give me a second. Let me plug this in, and I'm going to bring them close to you and explain the differences. If you're considering getting the venture, I do recommend getting the stand. Hold on. Because it's on wheels, you can move it around, you can stick it in a little corner. It holds very still on here, and it has this roller piece on the back for your vinyl. Also at the bottom, let me see, you might be able to see in there. Y'all can see in there. There's hooks under there for your mat. So you have somewhere to store those long, humongous mats. And let me get y'all a scoring wheel. All right, so I'm going to go across all three cameras to show you. So the scoring stylus looks like this, and you can use the scoring stylus on all of the machines, right? You can use it on your Maker, your Explorer, and your Venture. But the thing with the scoring stylus, it doesn't give you a really deep score. So if you're cutting on like 110-pound cardstock, it's not gonna score like deep enough. But Victoria did say you can do the score lines more than once on top of each other. So do like 2 or 3 score lines directly on top of each other, so it'll go over more than once and you'll get that deeper score. Maybe we should do that for the Venture. I might go back in and adjust that and duplicate that scoring. Now, as for the scoring wheel, right? You can only use them with the Maker machines. So this is what the attachment looks like. You have the housing and then you have the attachment. Let me tell YouTube. This is the housing. This is the attachment, right? Now, this is a single scoring wheel. You have the option for double scoring wheel. They have a debossing tip. There's an engraving tip. There's a perforate tip and a wavy blade. So you can switch off different things, different functions that you want to do, but you can only use this with your Cricut Maker. You only need one housing. You can get all of, don't drop your shit, girl. You can get all of your attachments and just have one housing. And I'm gonna bring that for you. This is some of them. So I do have more than one housing. Again, y'all know that I am a shopaholic. I just like to buy shit. You don't need more than one housing unless you know that you're going to be doing projects where you're going to be like debossing on more than one maker. So for each maker, one housing, right? These are the different attachments you can get. So this one is like the perforate. This is the, I didn't do a video on the engraving one. The engraving one. So you just switch them out depending on what you want to do. If you're not sure about the quick swap tools, at the top of my page on IG and TikTok, I have a playlist that says quick swap tools. In those videos, I'll break down each of the attachments for you if you're not sure how they work. If you're brand spanking new to Cricut, you've never even opened a box, or you haven't purchased one, you plan on purchasing one, you plan on getting one for Christmas, you have it and it's been sitting in the box because there's some of y'all on here who I need to give licks to that have machines and ain't taking them out the box. The first thing to know is the machines are simple. All of them. You're loading in and pressing a button. There's not much to learn with a machine. It's the software that you need to design your projects that you need to learn. That's what you need to learn. So at the top of my account, again, the second playlist that I have is Mastering Cricut Design Space. You can look at the top of my IG, look at the top of my TikTok. That video is going to break down all of the features. I have, I think, between 15 or 20 individual videos in that playlist. That's going to break down all of the features in Cricut Design Space so you understand what they do. Then from there, I don't want you looking around social media. I don't want you looking at other crafters. It's going to stress you out. Just turn on your machine and do one little cut to start. You want to start learning how to make specific projects? Cake toppers, cupcake toppers, banners, centerpieces. I have over 200 tutorials on YOUTUBE. Today I'm going to try my best to spell these things and use initials because TikTok will ban my ass for keep saying these other social media platforms. Subscribe to my YT channel. I have over 200 tutorials teaching you different things. If you're just like randomly finding me on this live, make sure you hit the follow button or subscribe because I'm going live every day leading up to Christmas teaching you a new craft project. So now that we got that out the way, The papers are stressing you out. Your Cricut is perforating your heavyweight foil card. Your mat is not holding it good enough. It's not the machine. If you're cutting and your materials are shifting or acting up, it's your mat. Your mat has to hold your materials in place in order for the machine to do its job to cut properly. So I usually use the lavender mat, which is the light mat, on my lighter, like basic cardstock. If you have something heavier, like especially like glitter cardstock, and you're doing an intricate cut, and you need that to stay in place, you need to be using the green mat. If you have something a little thicker, like the cottons and the shit like that, that purple mat. So if things are shifting while cutting, you don't have the right mat, or your mat is not sticky enough. Sometimes the mats will not last long, depending on how much you're using your machine, right? You can clean the mat, whether it's with that awesome from the Dollar Tree. I hate that shit. It's too strong. I don't like the smell. Some people do use it. You can use whatever dishwashing liquid you're using with a sponge. Just clean it off, let it air dry, and it gets back sticky. Some people will use a glue pen and put like light glue on there, like a wet glue, let it dry, and it bring back the stickiness. If your machine is still under warranty, do not re-stick a mat with glue. Once that glue get under them wheels and something happen and you have to send it to Cricut, it's not covered. Warranty voided. On the other hand, when my mats get a little shitty, I go buy new ones. It's probably too much. I just go buy new ones. If you want to not spend so much, what you can do is when you lose the stick, even when you clean it, tape it down. I only take down materials in emergencies. Let's say at night I'm crafting, I can't get to a new mat. I've been doing this series and I haven't even gone outside to go shopping for a mat. So I will take down some stuff here and there. I don't like taping it down. It's just my preference. I do it if I have to. I prefer to go get new mats. So with that being said, you can double up your scoring if you don't have a maker. Just make sure it is lined up exactly with each other. Duplicate the score lines, line it up, and then attach both in the same spot on your cardstock, right? So when it sends to the machine will score multiple times. So I'm gonna do that right quick because I just remembered that. Shout out to Victoria, Pretty Party and Crafty, because she gave me that tip. They say to bend your mat to take off your work, but now your mat is bent. You broke the mat. I definitely bend it to take stuff off, but you're supposed to like curve it a little and peel away your mat and your thing. I think you bent it a little too much. You can bend and curve it and peel away the mat from the material. Yes. You have a blue mat for your 𝗟𝗶𝘃. Do I need a green or purple mat for cardstock or vinyl? No. The green you would use like for glitter, like a really thick something, but I even use glitter on my blue mat. Yeah, so you're supposed to like lightly bend the mat and peel away. I think you like bent the mat. So that's probably what happened with that one. So let me quickly, I'm going to add another score line. I'm just gonna ungroup. Y'all need to see that, right? I'm gonna flip y'all again and we're gonna go back to the screen. Hold on. I have to flip everybody one at a time. Okay. And I gotta lower y'all back. So we're gonna duplicate those lines to give it a deeper score because that's going to be cut on the venture, and the venture cannot accommodate the scoring wheel. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna bring y'all down. There we go. So we're going to, I already ungrouped it. We're going to ungroup again, no, detach, because I already attached the score lines. And then I'm going to, y'all can see the panel right here. I'm going to select that drop down. So right here, this is the one. You just make sure this is your score lines. I'm just going to select that layer and I'm going to hit duplicate. So this is it right here. I'm gonna hit it again because I want two. I'm just gonna highlight these two I just want to, oh shit, I forgot it's ungrouped. I'm going to highlight, I'm trying not to highlight the purse, just the two that I just did right there. I'm gonna go to align at the top and hit center, just to make sure these two are together. I'm gonna group them as well so they don't move. Then we're gonna bring it up here and you just line it up. You gotta make sure you line it up perfect. You don't want multiple score lines all over your project, right? Child, I moved the whole thing. Hold on, let me go back. I am going to, these score lines, I'm gonna make sure I just group it so it doesn't move. All right, let's bring the ones, the double that we had on the bottom up here, and you're going to line it up exactly. There we go. That's actually perfect, right? I think that's as close as it gets. Let's zoom in and see. It's a little bit off, a tiny bit. Let's line it up, go back, go down a little, back up. I think this is the best we're going to get right here. Okay, so I'm going to minimize it. And basically what we did is put 3 layers of score lines onto that piece of cardstock that's going to cut. So I highlight the whole thing and I select attach. Now I'm going to save this as a new project. I'm just going to put large purse. So I know that this is the one, P-U-R-S-E. Any questions before we send to the mats? Any questions about what we just did? Anybody? No? We're good? Let me check YouTube. Looks like we're good. Okay, we're going to flip it back around. I'm on the floor because I'm going to just keep y'all a little low. Flip. Ooh, almost ended the live. This is how I know I'm getting old, because I'm moving like my mother used to with technology, you know? When she don't know what she's doing with the phone. That's how I be functioning now. Okay, so unfortunately for me, I had this cardstock for, I bought this in May or June. I had it rolled up and look, it got like folds in it. So I'm considering ironing it out. I don't want the folds on it. Oh no. Let me see. Let me send this to the Venture right quick. We need 2 pieces because my cardstock isn't this big. I don't think it will fit. All right. So we need 2 large pieces and then our 12 by 12 piece, right? Rough creases against a table edge, they usually smooth out. I don't know. This been bent for mad long. Tavon! All right, so on the mat, the 3 pieces, the Cricut, could you bring me the iron in my room? I'm gonna iron it out. It put, I don't know if I can describe this. I'm just gonna put y'all right in front here, child. Hold on, let me move YouTube first. Y'all can see that? Plugged in, right? Yeah, just plug it out. Put it on the table, right? And behind that dresser there, you know I have like those big rags? Not rags, what the hell am I saying? Mats. Behind there should be like these work like crafting mats with the measurements on it. All right, let me show y'all what I'm saying. Hold on. Okay, so right here, you see this and this. My cardstock is not big enough for that. Yeah, that's what I need. So I'm gonna move it to another mat. All right, we're gonna lay this down. We're gonna iron some cardstock today. So you see the 3 little dots right here? You can select those dots and move object. So we're not putting it on the same place the gold is cutting. You can select new mat. Choose the color. It doesn't even friggin' matter. We're putting the color on the mat. Confirm. Excuse me. It separates it on a new mat. I'm gonna go back, get this little one and move it also onto that mat. Okay? So we have these 2 pieces, our big one, and then our little gold pieces. Also, do y'all notice, you see how it lines up on the Venture? When you're cutting on the Cricut Venture, your paper lines up to the bottom left. On the Maker and the Explorer, your paper lines up to the top left. So make sure you're paying attention when you feed your mat in. Make sure your paper is to the bottom, okay? Now let's start ironing. I'm gonna move y'all one by one. So with my stand that I use for the iPad, it has a gooseneck so you can be leaned forward. With my dual stand, right, only one piece can tilt. And it tilts, does it tilt forward? I think it does. So I ordered a new one. So by next week sometime, I should be able to tilt all of my things forward. The newer attachment can lean. So this one, I think Instagram. Yep, Instagram is the newer. And TikTok, I probably just got to bring y'all down some. I probably just have to bring you down because I can't tilt you. Your stand can't tilt just yet. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see, right? Also, too, you're going to see my fat ass. Listen. If I hear y'all talking about my belly, I'm going to punch you in the face. Will I ever see you? I don't know. But if I do, I'm going to punch you in the eye. So what can we plug out today? Oh, no. I heard somebody. I heard somebody. I don't get no complaints with this gut. Just want to let you know. All right, so I had this a little too long. Damn, I got steam in here though. Let's try to see if this is gonna work. What the hell is under here? Oh, there's glue on the damn mat that's making it bumpy. I don't want to put steam because then it's going to get wet and then we're going to have to wait for it to dry. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And this way it has a better chance, let me do one at a time, of laying on the mat itself. You know what I'm saying? This is a Fiskars mat, yes. But hello, friends. Oh shit, that was a label. That was paper, girl. You see, I'm not even paying attention. See how this, oh Lord. All right, we're gonna try to do what it do. Oh, I have 3 pages, even better. That means the small one could match. All right. See all the glue stains on here? That's making it bumpy, so it couldn't be flat. All right, so we're gonna get our mat for the Venture. And you're going to line it up from the bottom here. You just got to remember to feed it in from this side. Remember what I said. If I catch you talking about me, you're getting punched in the mouth. So don't do it when you see me go across here. So we're going to use our brayer. Okay, look at how she's staying down. A little bit of ironing, a little bit of pressing, and she is flat. Ooh, woo. And that's the thing with the Venture too. The mat is huge, so you need somewhere to put your mat. If you don't have a big table, I do this shit on the floor. If you rub, okay, I got those comments. I don't think I have any questions. Let's keep going. Do I have another mat? I think I do. Oh, that already have shit on it. Hold on. I have a blue mat. Hold on. Yeah, we can use this too. Instead of... So the mats can hang inside here. I'm supposed to pull it out through the top, but of course I didn't. So the Venture also has the same colors, but the blue is a dark blue, the green, and they have a purple as well. Oh, also this cardstock I got from Hobby Lobby. So I think we're gonna do the two little pieces first, because our large piece has to score 3 times. I think tomorrow we're gonna use the Venture 2 and then just 2 days of Venture projects. Next week I think we're gonna start getting into some other stuff besides paper. All right. If you hear my knees cracking, I'm about to be 45 and the knees about to be 85. Yeah. Hold on. 𝗟𝗆 taught me on his workout, when you need to get up off the ground, you put one knee up, you press against that knee, and then you get up. Still works till this day. I learned that about 20-something years ago from my 𝗟𝗆 workouts. Bodies in motion. All right, hold on. All right, now I gotta move y'all up so y'all not, you know, staring at my bits. All right, one stand up. Now we're gonna get YouTube a little higher. I know y'all be dizzy having to move, but it's the only way that I can show you every angle. I just got to move y'all all over the damn place, you know? Okay, so we're going to plug out the iron. And for our hardware, what cardstock are we using? Let me see who's paying attention. What cardstock are we using for our gold hardware? Who's paying attention? Brown for the hardware. For the hardware. What are we using for the hardware? For the gold hardware. Love Crafts, paying attention. Who else? Metallic. Where you getting that metallic from, Uniquely Crafted? Where y'all get the metallic from? We're using Chandel's cardstock. Yes, for the hardware. Okay. The one you had from the summer. Craft all the things. You in trouble. You in trouble. That's right. We are using the best quality metallic cardstock known to man. That's almost sold out. But that's neither here nor there. The best metallic cardstock can be purchased on the CraftPrint shop.com. Unless you just discovered me, unless you found me today, I won't even say for the people who found me last week, because if you found me last week, you should know these answers. The only person that should get those answers wrong are the people who found me within 2 days ago. New to the live, this is your first live, then you're excused from not knowing the answer. The only people that don't know the answers to where we get our metallic and glitter cardstock from just found me. No other excuse. And I'll be checking every day. Since you are new, anyone who's found me within the last, I'll give you 3 days. I'm going to reintroduce myself really quickly before we move on to the next step, because we're cutting the purse. My name is Shondell. I'm the creator of the CraftPrint. I'm your new best friend. I'm also a semi-bully. Because y'all are not going to come in my lives. Y'all not going to say, you know who I really love? I love the CraftPrint. I go on her lives and she teach me. And then you go out into the wild and then you act like you don't know nothing about crafting. That means I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Because if I'm teaching y'all how to craft, and then when y'all go out there, y'all don't know how to craft, that means the CraftPrint a piece of shit. So I need y'all to make sure you know what you're doing. Pay attention. There will be quizzes within the lives. I will be asking questions. I'm looking for participation. I expect you to pay attention. Unless you have these lives as background noise for the moment, that's it. If you're paying attention and you're learning, I want you to learn. Now, let's get back to today. We're making paper purses. I said Birkin, but I don't need nobody suing me. Don't sell this shit because Shondell showed you how to make a paper purse. Sell it as a paper purse. Do not put it out there as a Birkin. It's going to be gone. Right now, I do ship worldwide. I don't know if I'm going to change for January because there's a lot of shit going on. I don't even know if I'm going to restock. Right? That's neither here nor there. Y'all know what's happening with what's happening, basically. Good. Now, we're making paper purses. We're going to make large ones. You see the size of the cardstock with the venture, and we're going to make one small one with the maker. Before we go on, what are your 2 options? One that can be only used with the maker, one that can be used on all of your machines besides your Joy. I don't think you can fit in a Joy. I don't even know, child. I barely touched the Joy. What are those 2 options for scoring? Give me the answers. Let me see the answers. Scoring wheel and scoring stylus. Read. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Inez. 2 options. Scoring wheel is 1 product. Inez, don't have me looking crazy in these crafting streets now. And I know you. I know you know the answer and you know how to craft and you ain't going to embarrass me. I already know you by now. There we go. These are the answers I need to see. Somebody asked y'all about scoring. Can you make it with the Explorer? Yes, you just use the scoring stylus. Somebody asks you about crafting and you say, I be in Shondell lives all the time. She teach me everything. And then you go out there and then you don't tell the people you don't even know how to score. I'm going to punch you in the eye when I see you. Got it? Good. Scoring wheel or scoring stylus? Can you use the scoring wheel in all of your machines? Caroline's Creations. I see you cheating and looking at other people's work. Lovecraft says, no, you cannot. Caroline, no. Read, only the maker. No, only the maker. This is what I'm talking about. That means my students are acing the crafting test. No, this is what I'm talking about. You cannot use the scoring wheel in all of your machines. You can only use it in your maker. Maker 4, Maker 3, Maker 1000, Maker 10,000, and make the Maker next year, whatever. Makers only. You want to make a score line, you use your scoring stylus. Now let's get to work. We're going to send it to the mat. We're going to do the smalling. Oh, I got another quiz for you today. Y'all getting tested on the weekends. When you send your projects to the mat on the venture, where does your project line up? Where does your project line up on the venture when you send it to the mat? Left, bottom left. Look at my people. Who the hell said bottom right? Dropping gems. 2 kids creations in the corner. Y'all got to retake the quiz. Bottom left. Bottom left. Line up your paper to the bottom right. When you're sending your project from any other machines, it's the top left. Do you need to remember that? Not if you can see. Because when you send it, you will see where it lines up on the screen. Okay? Let's get to work. Let's try this again. Why the hell this thing? Oh, the venture is off. Who turned it off? Which one of y'all turned this venture off? Now, when you feed your paper into the maker, we want to use the scoring wheel today. You have to score first. The machine will tell you when to switch, and then you will cut, okay? So the thing with the scoring wheel, it goes into the same bracket as your blade. So you have to take out your blade, score. When it's finished scoring, take out the scoring wheel, put in the blade. That's only for the maker if you're using the wheel. You have the scoring stylus. I saw a question there. You can use your scoring stylus in all of the machines, including the maker. It just sits in the slot opposite of your blade. You can buy them anywhere. You don't need a specific. I will tell you that I don't buy off-brand accessories for my Cricuts. I only like the Cricut brand. Preference. Can you use the others? Yeah, you can. It's preference for me. I need it to match up. I just like when my shit match up. Just me. You can buy it from 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗆. I have a link in my bio with all of my craft supplies that you can purchase there. They have, y'all know how China do. They don't play that. The minute something come out, they got 20 versions of their version of it for you. And it's usually cheaper. You can use them. The only thing I would tell y'all don't use is the cheap generic blades. I tried it. I bought a pack before because it was suggested to me from a few other crafters. Hold on. My fuzzy slippers got my feet sweating. I think I used maybe 3 blades in a year of the cheap blades. Never again. When I buy my Cricuts, I have 1 blade in there for like 2 years. They don't have to be switched out. This light, we're going to have to close the curtain, child. The sun is moving and grooving. The clouds all over the place. Thank you. I cut my locks off last year and I redid smaller ones. So I'm dealing with the little bit of length, the little bitty length that I got here, but we going smooth now. We going good. All right, so let's... I didn't officially do the big chop. We were loosing out the locks, but I'm very impatient. So I started like cutting them down, combing them out. I was a mess. It would take longer. I don't got time for that. It's here. I don't stress it too much. The shit gonna go back. You know? It'll just be smaller ones going back. All right, so we're gonna try again. Our venture did not link. Is the maker on? The maker on and the maker is ready to go. I don't even know if I put a setting. Why are you on? I think this is on from yesterday. All right. Let's send this to our maker. I'm hungry. What time is it? 2:30. I've been on here this long just chatting. Do I have the Big Shot Pro? I do. I do. So with the maker, everything fits on that one size for our cardstock. So we're just gonna put one piece of cardstock. So let's get to work because, you know, How do y'all feel about questionnaires, quizzes to help make sure y'all know what y'all doing? Do y'all like it that way, or do y'all prefer shut your damn mouth and do this project, Shondell? Let's get it done. What do y'all like? Thank you kindly. Majestic Moments, I appreciate it. What is the wheel thing on your desk? Wheel? Give me a color. What color is it? Because I don't have a wheel on the desk, but it might look like a wheel to you. What color is it? Give me your opinion about quizzes, questionnaires as we craft along. Yes, that's why the blades come with so much. Them shits don't last long. Chatting. Y'all like the quizzes. Okay, so far. Let me see what the rest of y'all thinking. Right next to my mouse, white and gray. Oh, the brayer. This is a brayer. This is Cricut's brand. Again, they do have other brands too. All it does is roll, so you can use an off-brand. I prefer the same brand as my machine. This will help you flatten your paper against your mat if your mat is not sticky enough. You like the question, they help refresh info and got it. Okay, so we're going to keep the questions. I'm not going to ask about my delivery because I don't change the delivery. I just tell people if you feel that Shondell is a little bit too rough around the edges for you, you don't like the cursing here and there, the little aggressiveness, I will say that they are tons. There are tons of crafters on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube that you can just sift through and choose what's best for you. If you're out there, nobody has really, I think once or twice someone has commented about something like that. My thing is you don't ask people to just find a person for you. I'm not changing for a soul. You don't like that I curse? Kiss my ass. That's my response. I'm going to curse. I probably will not change. Every year I add it to my New Year's resolution to curse less. And every year my family tells me to shut the hell up. Because it's not going to happen. Find who is for you. You prefer somebody maybe a little more spiritual, maybe soft-spoken, maybe a little more girly, maybe a little more feminine. That's okay. I'm never upset. You could even block me. A few crafters and block my ass. After they try to copy me, but that's neither here nor there, right? Hating ass bitch. But anyway, find who is best for you. Am I too much? That's okay. Unfollow, block me. You ain't gotta. I understand. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not holding any grudges. All right, now let's get back to crafting. Any questions? Any questions? Comments or concerns? That's what I'm saying. And this is why I tell people, Carolina Creations. Let me read her comment to y'all because I feel the same way. I just don't say it often, but I have told other crafters this before. Let me scroll back to that comment. Carolina Creations said, let me find it so I can read it. Now I can't freaking find it. But basically what she's saying is they make her fall asleep. And let me tell you something. I love crafting. 80%? And this is no shade to anybody because that's your style and I am just not your person. Bore the shit out of me. I need to be entertained. I need you to hold my attention. My attention span sucks. Sucks ass. I need to be stimulated in order to like staying alive. And 9 times out of 10, it's just not for me. It is just not for me. Also, too, I would like to say, though, I know people say usually like it's because you're keeping it real. Not necessarily, because the next person who's very polite and very loving, they're keeping it real too, but that's their personality. It's not that they're fake. I know a girl who didn't curse. She didn't yell. She was the sweetest person on fucking earth. Sweet as hell. I used to work with her, Maria. Maria was the softest, most loving person ever. If you met her or you seen her on live, she's gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. You would probably think like, oh, she's just faking. Like, no, that's who she is. So 9 times out of 10, the rougher person is not that they're being real. That's their personality. There are people who are very prim and proper. I know some. It's just not for me. I've tried. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's always on my list to be a little softer. I'm very aggressive. Y'all could tell. I'm very harsh. I do like dress up and stuff like that, but I am not a very soft lady. And I try. But then people piss me off. But anyway, let's get back to crafting, because then I'm definitely going to lose followers if I start telling y'all more and more about my crazy ass personality. And yesterday we was talking about men. Because they get it the worst. But anyway, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with knocking a motherfucker around between the washer and the dryer if he acting up. I don't want to hear nobody telling me about no man stressing you out. Hit that nigga in the throat. Anyway, back to work. And then you won't be stressed out. So, we're going to choose a heavy setting for our cardstock, which is going to be poster board. We're going to do poster board. Okay? What would be the best project to start as a newbie on the Explore 4? The machine doesn't matter. You can start with cupcake toppers. Very simple. You could do 1 layer cut. You could do print and cut. You could do 2 layers. The last 2 lives will be really good for you. I do think Caribbean, and like being Caribbean and a New Yorker is a mix. But I would say to y'all, honest to God truth, this is like off topic. Shit I probably don't get too deep into. A lot of aggressive women are not aggressive because they want to be. It's because they had to be. They had to be. Whether it's you're a single mother, I raised boys. The first 2, I wouldn't even get into the situation with their dad. You would probably ask me how am I still alive with that nut. So you have to, I felt like I had to be aggressive. 1, raising boys. 2, depending on what you have gone through in life, the trauma molds you to the person that you are. And a lot of the times, people don't realize that people been through shit. I've been through shit that made me hard. I am in therapy. I just want to say I started this year. I drive my therapist crazy. But I have gotten into therapy. And he told me too, you can be soft and loving when people need it, be harsh. You don't got to be harsh all the time. I'm learning that because I be harsh to his ass too. But he still loves me better. Let's get to work. If y'all keep talking to me, I'm going to keep talking crazy. And we ain't going to get no crafting done. And then the people that came back to rewatch these lives is going to wonder, when the hell did this lady get to the point? Caroline Creations. If you was around, I would hug you, heifer. I would hug you. And the rest of y'all are going to get knocked upside the head. Because you got the answers right. But also, too, I'm not going to lie. Some of you did remind me to charge the glue gun earlier. I just didn't do it because I was talking too fucking much. Knowing me is knowing that I talk a lot. I talk a lot. But just know that when I'm talking a lot, it's helpful shit. It's not just random dumb shit. I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to help you with your crafting. We do get distracted, but it's for more crafting reasons. And advice. Who don't need advice on how to deal with things? Y'all think we just crafters? No. We got shit going on, and I'm going to help you with it, okay? It's a new year coming. I want all my ladies to be successful. All right. I've been talking so much, I've been holding on to this, and it's getting loose. So I'm just going to get down on the ground with these old knees and use that brayer. I think I need to put some tape on the edges just so it doesn't move. I have some, hold on. Where's the tape? These are just some like random labels that I have for my label maker. I'm just going to use those. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I'm also getting in shape too. Getting my life together, y'all. Don't worry. So I just put a little tape to hold it in place. Off topic, one more time, and it's the last time. If you are interested in other things other than crafting, I have a lifestyle account for like planning, junk journaling. I'm going to be like scrapbooking, shopping, getting my health together. I was actually talking to people about my doctor's visit. There'd be a lot going on. So outside of crafting, I have me.ChandellG on Instagram and TikTok. So y'all can follow my lifestyle for more shit. I have 11 Crickets, 3 Joys, I believe, the Venture, 2 Silhouettes, a Portrait, and a Romeo Juliet. What the fuck is a Romeo Juliet? Caesar Juliet. Am I in love? I might be. Romeo Juliet. Hopefully I don't kill that motherfucker. All right. Load it in. While I'm loading, I have a question. What do y'all see wrong that I need to do? I'm going to put that there for now. Tell me something. Look at the Venture. Look at the Venture. Hold on, let me make sure. I got to tilt y'all this way and this other phone this way. Take a good look at the Venture. Somebody tell me what you see wrong. It's not the side it's on. Y'all are mirrored. Don't get on my knees. You don't have a Venture, so you wouldn't know. Wrong placement. Do I like the Cameo? I never use it. I don't know how to use it. There we... Love Crafts. There we go. There is no stylus in there. What are we going to do without the stylus? Right here. You're going to put it in. You're going to clamp it down. With the Venture, you have to put that handle down once you're ready to cut. You're going to press it. I think I put it to do, yeah, the 2 smaller pieces first. So I've never used my Juliet, Cameo, or none of those stuff. I've only know how to use my Cricut. It's my goal to learn how to use them. If you do want to learn how to use your silhouette machines, Andrina's Creations, she's 𝗟𝗶𝘃.com. You can't see from that far? Were you calling me, Janelle? You do end up wanting to do too much, but I want you to stop looking. The main thing is we look around, and then social media is a million machines, a million projects, a million crafts. Turn on the blinders. Just here. Focus on your machine, and I want you to start off with one small project, even if it's just cutting a square. Take your time. When you see me doing all of this nonsense, you're seeing me 11 years in. If you're a beginner, try not to compare yourself to anything. When I started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and all my projects look like shit. The curve feature moved to a design space. So there's a little like pen marker on the top left. You hit that, and then there's going to be an area that drop down with more settings. It's going to be there. Andrina's Creations. Andrina's Creations, if you're a silhouette user and you need help, she's the best. Let me just see if my YouTube people, y'all okay? Everybody all right? We're making paper, a large paper Birkin and a medium. Well, yeah, medium. Ooh, congratulations, Corinne. Well, hello from London. You're welcome. My goal is to learn how to use them, mainly because, hold on, let's do next load. Did it move? Why does it look like that? I think my paper moved. We're gonna have to do this again. All right, so our little one cut, but our big one, oh, I didn't line, I knew I didn't line the paper up right. I didn't line the paper up right. All right, we're gonna put this back later. We're gonna do another cut. So let's go to, this is our large one. Oh God, hold on. The machine says there was an error. What do we do? Let's turn it back on. Oh, there's quite a few. Hold on. Let me see any comments. Yeah, you know they have updates pretty often. Give me your questions if you have one. Do I like Caesar compared to Cricut? I never used it. I don't know how to use a Caesar. I have to learn how to use it. It's just sitting at the top of my closet. I cut 28 pieces for centerpieces with your Venture. I love the Venture. I just don't do anything too often. We're going to have to take these down properly. The mats are not sticky and the paper is moving. And I didn't line that up to the edge, so it kind of cut. Hold on. The mat is really large, so I got to go on the floor because my other desk that I work on, I have a lot of stuff on that desk right now. I'll be back up in a moment. I need to cut some of these. Alright, so now we're being safe than sorry with these mats. I gotta get some new mats. The Venture mats are not cheap though. They're like $40. 40 or 50 fucking dollars. For one. I'm just moving the products over again. All right. The template is from Etsy. If you look at my stories, I posted a link. Yeah, the mats are very expensive. What are some essential tools for a Cricut newbie? It depends on what you're trying to make. What projects are you getting into? Are you doing paper projects? Like, are you doing t-shirts? It depends on what you're doing. What you plan on doing with your machine. You're welcome, you're welcome. All right, we're connected. Let's go. We're going to choose poster board. I want to finish with the Venture and then move it so I can bring y'all closer to the maker so you can actually see. How it works. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Ooh, excuse me, all right. me a minute. Let it cut, and then I'm going to come back and you can add your questions. So we did the score lines 3 times. So we're going to get some good deep scores. And now it's done scoring, and it's going to cut. And we're done. The Venture works really fast. It's actually the fastest out of all of the machines. So this, so that's our shape for our purse. I added the same pieces that we cut before. I put it back on here because the mat was shifting. Hold on. Because our mat is not sticky. But I'm going to tape it down some more so we don't have to worry about that again. I need new mats. Matter of fact, Taj! You gotta get it from either the website or 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗺. Yeah, the light grip is always sold out. I'll be mad because I prefer the light grip. Alright, this time we're good. Where is it at? Okay. So this is the smaller one. That's the bigger one. And then the last piece is the gold hardware. Where do we get our gold? What the hell is going on? Every time I cut, it's telling me an error. What the hell wrong with you? Where do we get our gold metallic cardstock? Type in the name of the full website if you know where to get your gold and glitter metallic cardstock. Not just gold, any color. Gold almost sold out though. Where do you get your metallic and glitter cardstock? Let me see who's paying attention. The CraftPrint, nope. No, not the CraftPrint.com. That's the vlog. That's where you're going to find articles and freebies and free printables. Where would you find the cardstock, though, and the acetate sheets? Where would you find those? Who knows the correct place to find that one? Not the craftprint.com. Amazon. Those are definitely my newbies saying Amazon. Read? Come on, girlfriend. Hold on. Let me just... That is where you are going to find your metallic and glitter cardstock. You're going to find your acetate sheets. You're going to find your adhesive foam squares. You're going to find your party printables, Canva templates. I think I need to do some of those, especially that small things people can make for Christmas. The CraftPrint shop. That's where you're going to shop for the supplies, okay? Let's reset this venture because I don't know why when you decide to go live is when everything decides they're going to act stupid. But if you're looking for metallic and glitter cardstock, adhesive foam squares, acetate sheets, you're making party printables, you want to use Canva templates, I have them. I also have some SVG files that you can use on there as well. So, the craftprint.com, that's actually my blog. There's freebies on there. If you sign up to my email list, you get a password for a password protected page on the blog, and you get all the freebies as I add more. I haven't started. I'll get back to that next year. So that's the blog. The craftprint.com is the blog. The craftprintshop.com, that is where you find your craft supplies. Shonda at the CraftPrint. That's my email. Foam squares. If you need foam squares, what happened? What do you need to ask about the foam squares? You can ask now. What printer to buy if you're now starting? Any one of Epson's Eco Tanks I really like. If you're now starting, it honestly depends on your budget. If you mirror your image, we can read your lovely t-shirt. Oh, it says, I'm not responsible for what my face does when you talk. I'm not responsible for what my face does when you talk. All right, I think we're ready. And this is our last one. So my question is, do y'all still want to do the smaller one, or should we just skip to assembling the bigger one? You're going to be in Brooklyn tomorrow? What time? You want to do t-shirts and cups? Can the Epson do both? So it's not about the printer, it's the material that you want to use. If you're doing t-shirts, there's many ways to do t-shirts, but you can use the Epson to print on like your printable heat transfer vinyl. As for cups, you want to use vinyl, not necessarily print, but you can use some stickers too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Early in the morning, Inez, what DM were you in? Because I'm not going to be home in the morning, but I will be in Brooklyn. When you go to load your mat with vinyl, why does it act like it's going to load and it don't? I wouldn't know why it's act like it's going to load. I don't know. What do you mean by it acts like it's going to load? Let me just, YouTube, I have to find a way to keep the chat open. It keeps disappearing. Good afternoon, guys. Let me just double check. All right, I think I got, if there's a question that I didn't get, please throw it up. Make all the noises like it's going to load the mat and it doesn't. Did you choose smart vinyl? What was the option that you chose? If you chose smart vinyl, it's not going to load your mat. It's looking to load Cricut's smart vinyl. You have to choose a vinyl that doesn't say smart vinyl. Other than that, if it still does that, I would not know. I would definitely call customer care. Cricut's customer care is actually pretty good. All right, we're gonna cut our hardware pieces. So do y'all still want to do, I got a yes from, what's that, Lachey? You guys still want to do the smaller ones? Well, just one. I'm saying one because if it's more than one. Y'all still want to do the small one? All right, so we have our gold. Yes? Okay. All right, let's get the venture out of the way. We're done with the venture. So remember I was telling you when you get the venture, if you can get the stand, it's good to get the stand because these mats are so damn big. You need somewhere to store them. I'm gonna just leave the material on here. Let me just double them up. And inside here, you just slide them in. Make sure it's going down. And then there's a little hook. There's two of them on each side. And you just hook the mat. So let me turn it to the side. Y'all can see it hanging in there. You see that? You can see the mats hanging in the stand. So you have somewhere to store your mats if you get the stand. And it's on wheels. That's always helpful for me. I usually forget to take the damn brakes off of them. All right, they're all. All right, so we're gonna move this. I'm gonna have to cut a piece of that cardstock. I'm gonna bring y'all closer and show you how you're going to use, hold on, the maker. All right, there we go. So remember I was telling you, you can use, hold on, let me find my wheel attachment. All right, so with the stylus, y'all looking the same part? Hold on, I need to turn y'all a little bit here. And then this a little bit here. Okay, so with the maker, the blade is on here. If you were to use the stylus, you would put it in here. Right? But if you want to use the scoring wheel attachment, we have the housing. And then I chose the scoring wheel, the single scoring wheel attachment. We're just gonna attach it on. And the difference is you have to take the blade out, put in the scoring wheel. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, because who is that? TikTok? Y'all about to die. When you put that charger in, it is on 3%. Hold on, hold on. TikTok, y'all about to get kicked right off this live. Hold on. All right, sorry guys. I kind of kicked y'all out a little bit trying to get the charger in quick before we died. The phone is now on 3%. All right, as I was saying, you guys can hear me over there? on TikTok. You have to take the blade out, put the scoring wheel in, and that's the difference. And a lot of people don't like that because with the stylus, it'll score and then cut. With the wheel, you have to wait till after it's done scoring, take it out, put back in the blade, and then cut. So I'm going to get some of this. I want to do it in the same color. So I have to cut the cardstock because it is that very big size. That's bigger than my mat. So give me a second. Let me cut this cardstock here. I was going to ask y'all if y'all have any questions, but I can't even see them. So what the hell's wrong with me? I'm going to come back to the front. Give me a minute. So we're talking so much, I didn't prep our 12 by 12 cardstock. Which I wanted it to be the same color so we could actually see the two purses exactly the same. And then we're going to tape down. I'm not going to do a good job taping. The tape is going to get on our design, but this is like a really thin tape, and I'm just going to peel it off because I don't want to take up too much time. I want to get this done. The assembling process is really quick, so we're good. All right, so we're going to feed it in. Allow it to score. I'm just clearing the way because I'm about to pull the table for us to assemble the purse. Okay, so it's done scoring. Now you have to take out the scoring wheel, put back in the blade, and then press play. And now it'll cut. All right, I'm gonna start moving, you guys, so we can prep for assembly. While we're assembling, I'll put the gold hardware to cut. I don't know if, let me just, because I think, hold on, that, YouTube might have to, my iPad might have to charge too. So I think, am I gonna sit? You might just sit, that way I could still charge YouTube. Down just a little bit. Right here is perfect. Okay. YouTube, I want to, I'm gonna back up a little more. Give me 1 second. I'm just moving you guys around to set up for the assembly process. That's a little close. Hi, YouTube. Cause I can't, I don't know where I put the, ugh. Okay. YouTube is really close. Only, some of y'all is a little slanted down, but y'all can see me, right? We're going to take those pieces for the smaller purse. Smaller purse, I'm going to put the silver hardware. Drop the piece. I dropped the piece. I'm going to put the silver. Again, the brayer just helps to press it down a little bit. I wonder if this is good enough. I'm gonna see if it'll stay. Okay, so we'll start with the bigger one. We have, I dropped something. I just don't know what it was. I think it's the longer one, but anyway, let's cut that. So this is going to be like the hoop piece that we cut to go around the purse itself. Yeah, you guys can see better now. And then you have this piece, which is like the hardware piece, right? So this little gold lock, it goes right on here. You could see the exact shape. It goes right here. Because it's metallic, are we going to glue that, guys? With hot glue? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna bring it a little closer. Let me see who's paying attention. I got some no's. Are we gonna use the hot glue to put this together? No. When you are gluing your metallic, do not use hot glue. Unless you're going to have another layer covering up that metallic, don't use hot glue. It'll burn your metallic. So we're going to just grab some double-sided tape and put that on there. So we're not using foam squares because we don't want dimension. We don't want the lock standing off of it. We want it flat to this to make it look like it's a part of the strap. So we're going to why is it I have a million scissors but never could find them when I need them. Turn on. I feel like I need lighting, even though it's still bright outside. I feel like it's not bright enough. So we just put some double-sided tape. Light green is back in stock. There's a light green? Do you mean light blue? I want to get the tape off, but I don't want to poke my cardstock though. Metallic is not very forgiving. So you see we have that on, nice and flat. So that's for this side. And then for these, we have these two pieces. So we're gonna do the same thing with our double-sided tape, or if you have a like a sticky adhesive, shoot, you could even use Elmer's glue. You're just gluing paper to paper. Just nothing that's going to heat your metallic or nothing that's going to misshapen it. So you know they have the glue pen. The Zig glue pen is like a ball point glue pen. You don't want to use that because that's going to press down on your metallic and you'll see it. So you press it down. We got some of that tape on there. And then we're going to just line it up. So you see, and then we're gonna do the same on the other end. Do I sell the Cricut machine? No, these are my machines that I use. Okay, so this is how this is gonna look. See that? You thinking it was too much? No, the more you have, the faster you're going to be able to work and get your stuff done. Oh. Now where did the piece cut and it disappeared? When I picked it up, did it fly off? It sure did. Now sometimes the glue pen sometimes could be, it's not as hot as the glue guns. So sometimes it'll work, but sometimes it's just a little bit hot and it's just too much. So I'm just putting the double-sided tape. That puffed up a little. You're going to line it up on there. Where do you buy them? You buy them from the company's website, Cricut.com. I'm not supposed to say .com on here. You buy them from Cricut's website. You could buy it from AMOZON. You could buy it from TikTok. I have it in my showcase. If you go to the link in my bio, I have a link straight to their website. I also have a link to AMAZON, and I have a list of all of the craft supplies that I use on there as well. I'll put it over. I wanted to fill up the whole entire thing. You're welcome. And then we're just going to repeat that for the other side, and then that's it for our harbor. Hey, Alex. This is a little sloppy job on the double-sided tape, but I want to get it done. We've been here a long time. We definitely was having fun though. So, well, let's get this project done because I am hitting the door the minute we finish here. Okay, so we have our silver hardware. See that piece there? If you want the file, I do have it in my stories. There's a link. All right, so this is the little purse. Now you see all the fold lines on there? See those score lines that we made? We're basically following those lines. Now here is where you see there's like little triangle folds in there, like accordion style. That's how the purse is going to close. So you're just going to bend them carefully. Also too, I do have a full up close tutorial on YouTube as well. So you see, you got the folds. And when it bends in like this. You see that? And that's how it will close. So we're going to do the same on this side. So when you pull it up like this, see, we have a purse shape. Let me show you from the side. See that? We have our shape. Then right here, there's two score lines going across. We're just going to fold those. Also too, if you get anything straight, but there's like a folding bone you can get. They have these in the craft store for like $2, or you can probably find these in the Dollar Tree too. Just to, if you want sharp fold lines, just reinforce it. So it gives it, see that double there. So you close it up and you push this middle one in here. Go in. Right, and then it closes like this. You see that? And then there are 2 holes. We're just gonna go back. This is where you feed your band through. So I believe we go through here, right? Go in through the back. So it's fed through like that to the back, and this is what you're seeing in the front. Yep. And then this piece, you're going to come around. This is how it is, right? I feel like I want it the other way. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna do it from the inside out, not the outside in. Because that way it could wrap around the entire fold. So we're gonna do it that way. This. Yeah, that looks much better. So now when we fold it up, we flip the middle one through the handle. Yeah, right? We're gonna bring this to the front here. You're gonna bring this one to the front, and that middle flap, you're going to, I put my glue strip over that piece in the middle, so I'm gonna have to poke it through, but this is gonna go through there. Mine currently can't because I blocked it up. Hold on, let me just dig it out. It's double-sided tape, so it should move. Hopefully it doesn't get my paper stuck since it's now a little sticky in there. Do not cover up the slits when you're gluing it down. Remember I said I was doing a sloppy job? I didn't do that for the big one though. It's only because this was small and I didn't feel like making sure I make the strip small, but I should have. Alright. Just gonna go over it a few times just to make sure and pull out any stickiness that's in here. Okay. So we're going to pull our hardware to the front. And slide it in. Shell, you don't want to stay still, do you? I think this is what I did. It's been a whole year since I made this, but it ain't that hard. There we go. There we go. You tuck, make sure this part is tucked in. There you go. So this is how it looks when you're done. And then this little piece, it has like the score lines to bend this way and bend this way, so that when you wrap it around the little handle here, you have it a little hanging. I would even, let me see if I tuck it through here, that way it stays really still. Yeah, I like that. And look, Isn't that just the cutest? I like these for adult parties. You can also use these as like the name, the place, the table holders or whatever, to put the person's name and put somebody's name on the bag. Like each of your guests' name, or you could put like a little something in here. I mean, this could also be like preteen parties, adult parties, but it's just so darn cute. And then you can make it in whatever color that you choose, like our little Birkin. All right, so let's do our bigger one. Let's get those fold lines. Those 3 fold lines definitely made it nice and easy, because usually when I score once with the venture, that shit do not be deep enough. So we have our corners. Nice and done. How did this get a double score and this one didn't? Did I line it up wrong? I might have. Did I? Inside out, right? That's what I said? Yes, inside out. And if you wanted to, you can go into Design Space, right? Make a duplicate of this layer and just slice off this piece. And you can make this an actual label, like put some words on it and print it. I think that would be really cute. I like that idea. My sister's having a birthday dinner next year. I might do that for that. And there we have it. Well, let me fix my little hardware up here. We have our mini and our bigger one. I like the larger size one. My God. I will go in Hobby Lobby and get some large paper. I love this one. And you could actually hold it. Or even gifting. Use this to put a gift inside. This is so cute. And you can buy any, you know what else you could do? See if they have, I haven't seen anywhere, but I would look for it next time I go in the stores. See if they have a large cardstock that has like a snake skin pattern. That will be gorgeous. The name of the brown paper, I have no clue. I went into Hobby Lobby, and in their large cardstock poster area, they have stacks of different color, really large cardstock. And I just took this brown. I took a bunch of colors, but this was one of the colors I took. I have no idea what the name is, and I don't know where the hell that sticker was. For the large one, yeah. So I made it. You can try to organize it, but for this size, the main part was on one piece of cardstock, and then the two other pieces had to go on a separate piece of cardstock. So to make it, you would need two. But if you were making more than that, remember a few pieces of the hardware could fit on a piece of, on that one cardstock. It would definitely be a nice party favor. I love this. I love it in the brown too. But there you have it. Also, too, if you look on IG and TikTok, in my stories, I have the link to the SVG file. YouTube, where I post my post, I posted a picture of the actual picture of the file. I found it on Etsy. It's $4.99. The size of the bag, I don't know. I didn't size the bag. I just sized it to the size of my cardstock. I don't know where my measuring tape is. Oh my God. Eight inches by 3 inches. By 6 inches. And this one, 4 inches by 1.5 by 3. Hold on, I need to see what y'all tell it. What time is it? Ooh, we've been on here for a while, 2 hours. I really be thinking these lives are gonna go by quick, but like hanging out and interacting and joking and just having a ball, we be on here for long. So yes, this is how you make your little paper Birkins. Great for party favors, you know, seating arrangements. It's just so cute. You can just use your cardstock. This one we made with the 12 by 12 cardstock. This one we use, what was it? 24-inch cardstock, 24 by something. I think it was 24 by 18 cardstock, something like that, that I found at Hobby Lobby. You can make it a little bit bigger if you buy the 28 by 24 cardstock that fits the whole entire venture mat, and those you can find on Cricut's website. So they have the exact large paper for their large mats. The paper that I found at Hobby Lobby that I used for this brown, it's a little bit smaller than the mat. It's not the exact size. But if you look back at this live, when I showed how to arrange it on your mat, whatever your cardstock size is, put that on your mat in a square and then size it to your mat. That's the best way to figure out how your paper or whatever your design is going to fit on the paper that you have. Open up a square, change it to the exact size of your paper, size it there, and then there's no questions, no issues. And there we go. We have the little silver hardware and we have the gold hardware. And that is it. That is all for today's live. If you're new here, don't forget, we are almost like this live TikTok. We almost at 60K likes. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. So just a reminder, when you come into these lives, not only just a live, but my account, guys, share it with another crafter who you think have some questions, need help with Cricut, need help with crafting. I'm here. I answer questions. I will be going live every day up until Christmas, teaching you a new craft project. You're welcome, Caroline, my great student. If you just came in, you came into the nice part. I'm not a well-behaved crafter. We crack jokes. Some are inappropriate, some are appropriate. I curse a little bit. We have fun here, Okay? We learn and we have fun and we laugh. Life's too serious, baby. We need to enjoy ourselves. So when you come here, you're going to learn about crafting and you're going to enjoy and have fun. And also, too, you are part of a really good community. When it comes to any community, the person leading, I guess, leads the way. I'm a very helpful person. So people that come into my lives or follow me or subscribe to anything, they're helpful too. So sometimes maybe I don't know the answer and somebody viewing knows the answer and they're willing to help. Around here, we help. We help. If it's your first time touching a Cricut, if you look at the top of my account on IG and TikTok, I have a playlist for you guys. Laughter is the best medicine, for real. I have a playlist that says Cricut Design Space. There's 15 to 20 videos where I'm breaking down Cricut Design Space, every feature for you. Everything in Cricut Design Space, I put it into small videos. Instead of one long video where it can be overwhelming, I made one video for each feature. Some of them have two because they're real simple, right? Also at the top of my page, I have another playlist that says quick swap tools. That's the difference between the makers and the explorer. If you're trying to figure out if you want a maker or an explorer, look at those videos. Those tools can be used only on the maker, and that's the real difference. They also say that the makers cut a lot of different material. There be materials on there that I ain't never seen nobody cut or nobody even interested in. Let's be for real. The machines could cut mostly everything. Just don't think you coming in here to make wood and acrylic and shit. Don't listen to anybody telling you, like, you know, the maker could cut like light wood. It does. Is it going to be clean? Is it going to be a nice cut? You're going to have to, do you cut it once and done? No. You need a laser for your wood and your acrylic. Okay? So tomorrow will be another paper project, and I think Monday we're going to start doing other things, like some sublimation, wood crafts, and things like that. You're welcome. Also, too, on my YouTube, I have over 200 tutorials teaching you how to make a plethora of things. Make sure you guys head over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. And that's it for today. Every day I create a reel or a TikTok that's going to announce what time I go live. I don't have a set schedule. I do work full time. This is not my full-time work. I work full time. So every morning I'm going to make a video letting you know what time I'm going to go live and what project we're going to do for the day. Okay? Also, too, when you come in, don't be afraid to ask questions. Brother Scan and Cut. I had a Brother Scan and Cut years ago. I love the fact that I think that's the only machine still that can scan anything and just cut it. It just, when it came to designing and doing things, it was giving me such a hard time. Like, I couldn't get it. But the fact that I could just print something on a paper and have the machine scan it and cut it for me, the shape, I love that. Now that you say that, you're making me want to go get another one next year so we can learn. Maybe we add that to the list of machines to learn back again. We'll see. Y'all see how I'll be finding reasons to buy shit? Always. Always. It's just how I do. It's very addictive. When you get into something and you love it and you enjoy it, you just want all of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's what's going on around here. Any questions before I go for the day? Anything about the projects for today? I added the link. Also, too, if you go to my YouTube channel, just scroll. There's a lot of videos. And you'll find the tutorial, the full tutorial for this. In the description of the video, I have the links to all of the supplies as well, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate, hold on, let me check my YT comments because they keep disappearing. You guys okay over here? Y'all got any questions? Approximately what size would it be with Cricut? One tough cookie. I'm sorry, I'm now seeing your comment. I apologize. What do you mean? What size would what be? The file itself? Anybody else? Any questions? Any questions? So when I put the file, it's an SVG file. Actually, when you purchase it, it comes with an SVG, a PNG, a PDF. She gives a few files. You upload the SVG into Design Space. I didn't choose the size of the bag. I chose the size of my paper. And then whatever size that came out to be is what I could make. If you plan on selling something like this, Don't just randomly go out there and tell people, oh, I can make you a 10-inch bag. Don't do that. Size it to the paper you have first. See what different sizes you can make, and then offer those sizes. If somebody wants something else, do not agree that you can do it until you try it. And then see if you're able to make it, then you offer it. No matter what you do, sometimes people will always want more options. Don't give more options. The more options you give, the more stressful you give it. The more stressful the work is going to be for you. Offer a few options, and that's it, and that's all. Or you're going to drive yourself nuts. And that's it for today. I'm still waiting for the overall size of the finished product. I said the sizes, but I didn't write them down. All right, because I'm still not going to write it down. So if you have a pen and paper, come write it down. I'm going to measure it again for you. How much would you sell one of those for a dozen for? Oh, I suck at pricing. I don't know. I would say go on Etsy and try to price match and see what they're going for. I have no idea what you would sell. I'm here to teach you how to make it and make you laugh. As far as the real business side of things, I would definitely say to find you somebody who know what they're doing. But there are some crafters out here who have pricing calculators. So Pretty Party and Crafty, Jazz and J Creations, I think I've seen her just post a free pricing calculator. 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗺, and the Crafty Brick. Those, I think all of those crafters have pricing calculators. I don't know who's selling and who's on them for free, for sure, but you could check them out to help with pricing. I suck. All right, so the small one, we have 4 inches by 1.5 inch by 3 inch. 4 by 3 by 1.5 for the small one. I can't find my measuring tape, so I'm using my mat. 8 by 6 by 3 for this one. 8 by 6 by 3 for this one. And that's the sizes. So freaking cute. I love these. I think I'm gonna tell my sister to do these as the seating chart for her dinner. And even like right here if you want, or you could use them as table numbers and just put the number on here or on here. That'll be cute. You're welcome. Like it, or like say you're doing a party, this you could probably put like a little gift in here, and this could be your seating chart mini one. Cute, right? All right guys, so I'm gonna head out. Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock, child. This man done got off work and Polly was calling me. Hold on, let me just check quick fast. I'm using all of my devices for the live. Ooh. Not me have it on caps lock. You don't think I'm yelling. Something wrong with my keyboard. Oh, it is working. The space is working here. It wasn't working on the USPS website. All right, and that's it, guys. Make sure you are following me on all platforms. Tomorrow, I will announce what time we're going live and the project we're going to be doing. I will be live every day up until Christmas, teaching you a new craft project. If you're interested in some lifestyle content outside of crafting, I do have another account, me.𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗺, and over there I post like shopping, planning, journaling, partying, once in a blue, not too often, and just lifestyle content over there. Enjoy your Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to end my